What's up, everybody? This is the Otterline report, and we are going to recap yesterday's picks, and then we're going to dive into today's picks, and just go over some headlines, see if there's anything kind of interesting happening in the league. Let me just review these real quick. Oh, Marner's return to Toronto will be interesting. Marner's return to Toronto is Vegas. Oh, Vegas playing Toronto tonight. So that's big. So Marner is returning to Toronto tonight. So that's a big one. That'll be a good game. Devils GM's working phones daily as rumors swirl. Yeah, so there's probably some shakeup happening within the Devils organization, I would say, given how it's been this season. Anything else going on? Let me just scan here. So the complete rosters are now out for the 2026 Olympics. And that's pretty much it. That's just a few key headlines from last night. So that's kind of where we're at. So let's just review yesterday real quick. So if we go down here, these were the picks that I gave out: Boston, LA, and Ottawa. We went 2 out of 3, and like the LA game was so close, went to overtime. We could have gotten that game, but hey, we lost it. We got 2 right, 1 wrong. Solid, profitable night. My record improves to 42-28, which is a 60% win rate. We're hoping we can keep that momentum alive. And consensus yesterday went 3 wins and 1 loss. So solid night overall. Unfortunately, I picked the 1 loss, but hey, what can you do? Today we have a solid slate, solid matchup, lots of games on. Now, the thing about tonight's picks are they're really heavily favorited. And what I mean by that is that there's a lot of heavy favorites on the slate. If we look here, the Utah game's kind of a 50-50, and the Montreal Buffalo game, I think that's going to be a really good game. The signal for us is to fade, which means either pick the opposite or just fade it altogether. There's just like a lot of mixed signals on these picks. So I want to do the Montreal Buffalo pick because there is value there. It's just the signal is just not clear. It's just not like I'm just stepping away. If I was to pick, I'm going Montreal. If I had to pick, I would pick Montreal. That's kind of what I was leaning towards. But just reviewing the data from the model, it's too hard to say. There's conflicting signals. And then the Chicago Calgary. I mean, I don't trust either one of those teams to have a big night when they need it. So I'm fading that game as well. So going back to the picks. So I've got Utah, Minnesota, and Boston. So those are the 3 picks. Utah is the best value. Then we have Minnesota and Boston, who are pretty heavily favorited, but we're hoping that they can actually pull it up, because the thing with the NHL is the underdogs can win any given night, no matter how favored a team is. It could be like 80% win rate for that night, and they'll lose. So winning is great. If we win, we win. So that's really great. So the reason I picked those games was because of the signals, not necessarily because of the odds. So if we want to review the Dallas Stars, Utah Mammoth game, let's go over to that guy right here. So what we have is a 41 game sample with a 58% win rate, picking the Utah over Dallas, which is surprising, but Dallas Stars in their last 10 games is 2-4-4. I was surprised to see that. They've struggled. And Utah is 6-3-1. Utah at home is 12-7. Dallas on the road, pretty good. Actually, I say extremely good at 15-5. So that is one thing that's a little frightening. Dallas can definitely win this game. It's pretty much a split. Our record is 5-0 when models have agreed at this kind of level of odds. So when we pick a team that has these same odds that Utah has right now, we've gone 5-0, which is nice. And Utah at home, smart money agrees. So there's all signals point to Utah here. It doesn't mean they're going to win, but it means we feel like we have an edge. So we take the edge. So we're going Utah tonight against Dallas, which is a pick I would never make on my own. Never, ever, ever. I just think Dallas is a great team. But we're going Utah. Let's do it. Then we have the Winnipeg Jets versus the Minnesota Wild. Let's bring up that game. Let me see it here. Minnesota Wild. Where are you at? What is it not? on my, oh, here, Minnesota. Oh, here it is. So this is an elite signal, which means it has at least 70 games in it. And 72 game sample size, we've won 61% of the game. So Winnipeg versus Minnesota Wild, we are picking the Wild. Winnipeg on the road struggles, 7 wins, 13 losses. Their last 10 games, they're 3-5-2. On a little bit of a winning streak right now, though. Minnesota last 10, 4-2-4. A little bit of a mixed bag, not looking great. But at home, they've been very good, 13-5. So we like that. And Smart Money agrees that Minnesota should win this game. But again, anything can happen. But we are riding with Minnesota. The market gives them 61% chance to win. Our signal 61, a little bit of a value there. So we're going to go ahead and pick Minnesota to beat Winnipeg tonight. Then we have Seattle and Boston. So Seattle Kraken versus the Boston Bruins. 91 game sample size, 60% win rate. We're picking Boston, who's 6-3-1. Really good at home, 16-8. Seattle on the road, not bad, 11-8, respected 6-3-1. So both teams are in a bit of a groove right now, cracking on a back-to-back, but we are picking Boston in this game. So we have Utah, Minnesota, and Boston. That is who we are cheering for tonight. Winning 2 of these would be great. At any given night, 2 is the goal. 3 is, well, obviously 3 is the goal. You want to win on all 3, but 2 is a profitable night. We'll take those all year. So that's the slate, and that's our picks for tonight. If you want all the picks, like what you see on this consensus tab here, this Otterline.club, sign up for premium. You'll get all the data for each and every pick. And if I go down here, so this is all the power plays. So that's a 64% win rate. So they're all here. Then we have our diamond picks, and Value Edge tries to find underdogs for the night. And our underdog for the night was saying to fade the model and actually pick Calgary. So if you're looking for a potential underdog, Calgary Flames tonight against Chicago could be a good pick. I'm not going with it, but that is out there for you to do so. So this is all information that's on the model for paid premium members. It's simply 10 a month. And with that, you'll get the Discord as well. So you go in there, you claim the role, boom, away you go. Anyway, guys, hopefully we lock another night. And that's it. I'll see you soon.